Hello, hello. This is Laura V with Laura V Studios for Being Divine. Yesterday I was really busy and I want to post every day or record every day. And I didn't get to do it until like 8 o'clock at night. And I was really into it. And then my sister interrupted because I'd taken her to the store and it was fine, but it's just like, darn. So I'll try to edit it and see if I can post that. But if not, here we are. So so yesterday, let's talk about yesterday. So this is for Friday, September 6th, 2024. My next video will be for today, which is a different day. I don't want to get you confused. So this is for Friday, September 6th, 2024. So Friday, I woke up and wow, I just really needed to spend time with my higher self for like hours. Um, a disturbing thought had come to me the night before, and I just really couldn't make peace with it. I was really concerned about it. So I asked a friend if I could come over. And she's like, yes. So I'm like, can you get into your records, please? My records, please. I need some answers to some questions. Because I listen to Bashar. Sometimes what Bashar says makes sense and is helpful, and other times not. But he said, you're always, well, and Daryl said, Bashar told him that we're always in spirit. And I saw that like a few weeks ago. I woke up one morning and I saw my soul with God, and I'm like, oh, and I recognized where it was. I'd been there a couple of times in some healing sessions. I was able to get to that level of consciousness where I'm like, oh, I'm home. Like one day I'm at the doorstep of whatever is home for me. It was kind of wild. And so that's what I recognized, that this was this place where God is. And there I was with God. And I realized I'm always there, always have been, am now, and always will be. I'm like, if you're there, then what is this here? What am I? And the thing that Bashar said was that the human is a dream. And I'm like, there are so many times where I get lost in doubt and worry and fear. And so I had this disturbing thought of, oh my gosh, does am I kept asleep on purpose? No. The answer is no. That is just an illusion. It is just one more false, erroneous thought or belief. It is not truth. Because here's what I learned yesterday. I'm a truth teller. That is what I am. Now, what truth do I tell? I tell divine truths. I tell truths from God, which brings me to what happened earlier this week. It was Monday, I think. Um, I was feeling really I was feeling like I was on shifting sand, like I didn't have a firm foundation or a rock to stand on. And I'm like, I don't like feeling all wibbly wobbly. I want to know that there's something I can rely on. Like, yes, this is it. This is my truth. This is truth. This is my rock. Whenever I'm confused or scared, go there. Okay. And I felt I didn't have it. And I got triggered, which made it even worse. So then I called a friend. I'm like, ah! And she helped me like think it through and sort it out. And then I received a beautiful gift. I received a channeled message. There is a voice. And I think you probably have this voice too. It tells you, hey, go left, go right. Not necessarily, it's not like somebody talking in your ear. It's a thought that comes in your head, but you know that it's a good thought. It feels good. There's goodwill behind it. Okay. And it's like, oh, I argue with that voice a lot. But with that voice comes a presence a feeling, an energy of love and care and compassion and yeah, sometimes joy, you know? Um, yeah. Okay, I'm getting concerned. So I guess sometimes concern. Maybe it's when we're feeling when we're especially scared or something bad is happening, like concern for our welfare and fear, not fear, never, ever, ever fearful, but just something's not right. And I'm here and I love you and I'm holding space for you until you get on top of this. So this was the message. You have a foundation. You have a rock. And then it was like, turn on your turn on your video to record this. So you have this when you need it. I was like, done. So turned on my camera. I was crying because the love was just so powerful. I was crying. And so it's like, you have a rock, you have a solid foundation. And it is the truth that you are a divine being, one with God. And what God said, I think I'm going to reread it instead of post the actual channel message because yeah. But the thing that was really powerful was God saying, "You are my herald, you are my truth teller. I speak through your voice. Your voice is you at one with me. And when you are open and receptive to that part of you that is always knows, that knows all. And this part of us that knows all, this divine self, knows all it's because it's one with God. God is the source of everything. You want to call it source instead of God, that's fine. But source, spirit, however you want to call it, it is that which knows all because it made all. It experiences all. And when we are one with that, we have access to that. See? So that's how our divine selves have access to everything. And so when we are connected, we have access to that. But it's really interesting because if we had access to all of it all at once, that could be really overwhelming. So we have access to as much as serves our highest good in that moment, because that's just the nature of the human experience. But it's this belief of separation that gets us into trouble. And that is what I'm working towards is breaking through that belief of separation to that oneness that knows and is. And our divine self is the expression of God, spirit, source's being. And we are the expression, the physical expression of our divine self. We're critical to this mission, but we can be one. We can embody our divine self. And when we embody our divine self, we feel whole and complete, and nothing can stop us. And when we're fully embodying our souls, we are peaceful. There's peace, and there is no violence, no fear, no aggression, no illness, none of that nonsense. Only peace, health, harmony, wholeness, joy, inspiration, beauty, grace. Now, we're still in physical form, so there still will be conflict, but not not the way we experience it. They're actually reminding me. I've actually heard this from two people actually with cars. Okay, talk about conflict. Two cars bumping into each other. Didn't happen. Should have. but didn't. Instead, the cars became marshmallow. And that whole space, that whole it just softened, and there was no damage. There was no collision. So that's the point. That's the thing. Like when there's conflict, it doesn't destroy or hurt or damage. You just flow through it like water. Actually, that's what Tai Chi is all about, is flow, so that there's no jarring, there's no hurt. It's flow. And yet there's power in it. Very power. But yeah, so that's the dream. That's the reality that is unfolding to us right now. It's actually here now, and it's happening right now. And the more we embody our souls, our divine selves, the more we open to that truth, the more we see it, until one day that is our reality. That's what I'm working towards. That's what being divine is about. All right. Have a good day. Bye bye.